Hello, Ray. Let's start.
Okay. Then we can start the recording. Thank you,
Record.
Lorraine. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Noel. Rizwan, recording in progress.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining today. So we will just do one short short sharing related to Copilot for Microsoft 365. Uh, so my name is Ridwan. Together with me, Vic, we also will be doing some sharing on the free Copilot. So I will start off with the Copilot for Microsoft 365. So what is Microsoft 365 Copilot? It's actually in AI assisted Copilot from Microsoft. Right? It's part of their product. We call it modern work product here. Down here, let me just zoom in if possible. Right? Sorry. Just down here below, you can see there's a modern work, right? So Microsoft 365 Copilot actually includes AI capability in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and other apps as well, like SharePoint, even OneDrive. So the Copilot ecosystem actually covers not only for this particular area, it also has the capability in the Power BI, in the Azure cloud, and also your browser, which you can use for free, right? Copilot in browser, right? And also Copilot in Windows 11 and some AI capabilities in Notepad, Paint, Snipping Tool, and other apps. And we also have AI in GitHub, one of the first release of AI from Microsoft, right, in GitHub, and then after that they introduce into other products. So if you are into application building, we have the AI in Power Platform, and if you are into business applications, ready-made business applications like the CRM, right, ERP system, so we have the Dynamic 365 that has the AI. So for today, I will just focus on this down below here, and we probably will be showing uh, some of the free version of the Copilot. Right? So when you talk about Copilot for Microsoft 365, right? So it's basically a, a product that actually covers the large language model and also will have the capability to use your own data, and is part of the Microsoft 365 apps, and also they have the capability to go on to the internet and get some information, right? So if you want to understand a bit deeper, right, in terms of feature comparison, right? So the Microsoft 365 Copilot for Microsoft 365, right? If for individual, right, the functional capabilities are as such as here, and you can see from the slide. You have all the Microsoft Copilot in Outlook, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Means you can actually generate content using AI. But if you go for organization level, right, you have the enterprise grade data protection. Means you have better control of your data, and then you can actually set and assign some data to be confidential, and then people cannot use it. Means you cannot search from the Copilot. So if you go for Copilot for Microsoft 365, you can also create your own Copilot. Means imagine that you have the Chat GPT, right? So that you can actually create your own Chat GPT but in Copilot. So the Copilot Studio allows you to have the low code platform. Means you don't have to go in and develop the application. You have the drag and drop, and you can just fill in the action that you want it to do. For example, let's say you have a help desk email, it can able to receive the email and process the email and also reply the email automatically using the AI that you configure in Copilot Studio, right? So you have the free version as well, right? Even the individual and also the enterprise version. Just that those AI capability in the free version is not available in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, right? So it's only limited for you to access from the web and also from the phone, right? So one of the things that I also want to highlight is the web grounding here, right? This particular, the second point here. Web grounding here means it's a live AI, means whatever information that's available online at the moment, so Copilot actually go in and get those information, right? So in comparison to the ChatGPT before this, right, they have a cut-off date of their database, right? So only for this particular year. So whatever that is latest, they will not able to actually give you information on it. So similar, like if you are using a search engine, you want the latest data available for you. So when you're using the Copilot with the web grounding capability, you always have the latest data for your AI companions, right? So what you can do, right? What you can do with Copilot in Microsoft 365, right? So here are 10 things. I just summarized 10 things that you can actually do. You can actually ask the Copilot to recap the meeting for you, summarize the email, and even help you to draft the email, right? It's easy. Maybe your writing is not really good. You can actually ask the Copilot to help you to draft really professional email. You can set the tone of the email, right? Different style of writing. You can do that. And other things, you can actually summarize a document. You have you maybe you just get a document from your legal department. You just want an important point to be highlighted before you want to go and read the document. You can actually ask the Copilot to do that. This feature available in free version as well. So tell me more about the project, right? Yep, if you have all the collaboration and working together with your colleagues, right? So you'll be able to go into the Copilot chat and ask about the recent action item and recent progress of the project. You can you can ask the Copilot to write proposal, even adjust your proposal and do a lot of things, and also other things as well here, even to translate message. You can actually go to Copilot Labs. Let's say you want to uh, learn about the prompt, right? For all the things that you want to try, you can actually go the Copilot Lab. It listed out by category, right? The prompt that you can actually use. Maybe later on, if I got time, I can just flash the website for you guys to just to see, right? So now let's go into a persona-based usage, right? So one of the question that normally people will ask, right, how you can actually relate this AI in the working environment. So this is just a guidance. It's not limited to this particular department, but some, for example, here we can have the co-pilot in IT to help them to actually automate the help desk process, right? Let's say whoever got issue, they just email to this particular IT support at abc.com. It will automatically reply to you the step for you to troubleshoot the problem, right? At least it bring down the load to the IT department. So in finance, you can, do a cross analysis of this particular sales data and with the other sales data, right? Or also, and to do accounting, maybe balance sheet, right? To validate your information, to be able to generate formulas in your Excel, right? So Copilot can help you with that. So other things I just want to glance through, for example, in marketing, you can generate posters, right? Give you ideas for the proposal, for sales, similar to marketing as well. For customer service, you can have your knowledge base included with the AI, so easier for the customer service to actually answer all the issue much more faster. So for HR, yeah, they got lot of and related works, right? So they can actually, Copilot can actually help them, even hire people, even to do some documentations of onboarding and other things as well, right? So these are some of the example. So let's go into one of the demo that we created, right? So this is related to HR use case. So we'll be using this application, the Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and whiteboard, and even Loop to actually show the demo, right? The process of using Copilot in Microsoft 365, right? So the themes that we want to focus, right? The themes that we are focusing now is we want to hire a candidate. We want to hire for open position in the company, right? So the role has to be filled in, and the HR has to take the lead in getting the right people to the company, right? So here are the process that we managed to outline. Before we go into a demo, I will just briefly explain. So at first, we will try to have a discussion together in what are the criteria that we need to look for hiring the particular person, right? So, and then this particular person is actually a senior graphic designer. We want to hire a senior graphic designer to the company, right? So we will start the hiring process by having a discussion. After that, we will create a job description, right? And then after that, we post the job description online and someone apply, then we can actually compare the resume that's submitted to us to the job description. After that, we can create an interview question, right? We can have a set of interview question to be can be generated by AI. And then we can actually generate a presentation from the employee benefits that we about to send out to a particular person that we want to hire. And then finally, we draft an email and send to the person that we want to hire, right? So let's start. Let's start with the first demo, right? So I don't know how many of us have ever tried whiteboard before yet. So whiteboard is actually applications for you to draw. It's similar like the physical whiteboard, for you to draw some of the ideas, and then for you to collaborate and have a discussion together, right? So it also able to actually help you generate some content along with the discussion that you are having, right? So from here, right? So you can just see. So from this demo, I will just key in help HR professional to actually hire a candidate, right? So what are the process that we can actually automate and things that we need to take care of, right? So we just click this Copilot icon and I just key in the prompt, and then it will actually draft the content for you, right? Then let's say you want more ideas before you can actually jump into the actual discussion. You can ask the whiteboard to actually generate more ideas, right? The Copilot to generate more ideas. So for this case, we generated about 24 ideas, right? So now we have all the ideas. We have all the ideas are here, but it's a bit messy, right? It is doesn't have any category. You don't know where to actually start the discussion and organize the ideas, right? It will be one of the better ways, right? So you can actually ask the Copilot to actually to help you with the to categorize these ideas that generated by the Copilot. So what you can do is just click Copilot icon again, and then you click categorize, select the nodes that you want to put in a category, and then it will automatically group them into categories. So you see like how easy it is. Now you have the ideas generated by the AI for you, and it able and you ask the Copilot to actually make it clearer, easier for you to see all the ideas, right? A gender is carefully grouped into a particular category that you can actually understand. So, for example, the recruitment process, what are the things that you need to take care of, the onboarding and the feedback analysis, and what are the things that you can actually automate, right? So this actually helped the HR department in hiring the new senior graphic designer into the company, right? So you can actually regenerate, right? You can actually do a lot of things. You can just zoom in and even edit and put some comments to the whiteboard that you created. So it will actually create a summary for you, and you can copy this and place it over in Teams or maybe in WhatsApp and just share them, right? So we are done with the first part, means having a discussion in how to actually want to fill in and hire this senior graphic designer to the company. And the next thing that we want to do is we want to create a job description, job posting. Let me just make it bigger. I think it's too small. Sorry. Okay, let me continue. So now we move on to words, right? We move on to Copilot in words. So when you open the Microsoft Word, right, you can see in the middle, you'll be able to actually directly interact with Copilot. In this middle box, you just key in your prompt, any of your prompt. Let's say I want to generate a proposal, I want to generate a business use case, I want to generate a legal document, right? You can actually go in and key in your prompt in the middle here, and it will generate the document. You can also see there's just an icon over here, it's just in my pointer on the right side. There's a Copilot icon. If you click, there will be a sidebar for you to interact with the document. Let's say, please summarize this document or do something related. For example, amend the document and generate more content. So for this particular demo, right, coming back to our use case, we want to create a job description for a graphic designer, right? So let's start. I just play my demo. I will just copy paste my prompt. I have it already. Yeah, I'm the HR manager. I'm a HR manager at this company. We are currently starting the hiring process of the senior animation designer, and we want to hire this particular person, but we also want to attach the design team's responsibility, right? So we have the team responsibility. So we want the Copilot to actually generate the job posting, right? JD, right? Job description. So let me just play, right? Fast forward. So you can see based on the attached document, it able to generate a job description. Okay. So let's say you want to, the generated job description is not detailed enough, you can actually choose to keep it or regenerate, or maybe adjust the prompt. Right? For example, this is what I want to do. I want to adjust this prompt. I told the Copilot to make it more detailed, right? So, and then you can see there's a differences between the first and the second one. And I don't really like the draft. You can actually go in and even change, right? So now the third draft, right? You can see the number here, previous draft, number 2, and also number 1. There's a difference between the content generated by the AI. So what we actually did, right? We able to generate the job description, and we made a reference file of the team's responsibility. So it will be much more easier for us to actually post this online for people to apply. We have this document ready. Let's move on to the next step. So the next step is, let's say we done that process of advertising the job, and we got few resumes, right? And we want to first try to filter out the resume. Let's say there's too many resumes, right? So what we did here, right? We took the resumes and we compare again the job description that we created, and want to see this particular person fit the job or not, right? So here, same, I just key in my prompt. I'm the HR manager. We are hiring for this position. I attach this particular job description that I generated before, and I also attach the 2 resumes that I got. Right? Let's say I only have 2 people that apply for this job. Right? So I attach the first resume, and I will attach another one. Yeah, I just keep this attach process. Okay, now I have 2, and then I click generate. So you can see now the Copilot able to actually generate and report and give the ranking based on the resume given by these 2 candidates, right? So it able to go in and understand the education background of this candidate, the experience, right? And the even the salary that they are asking for. And you can actually validate, right? What are the rationale behind of this particular ranking. So it actually explains here, Nestor has more experience, and Nestor has more experience leading a team, managing project, and also other things as well. So in conclusion, AI Copilot actually suggested uh, uh, the hiring Nestor compared to the Holly that also submitted the resume as well. So you can actually even change the format of comparison into a table view if you want to. You just right click over here and change to a table view. You can actually have a better view of the comparison, right? So let's say you are done with the comparison and you got more people apply for the job. You can actually go in and even compare with the existing report that you have. So I have here the first report comparison that I've created, and then I added 2 more resume, Alex and Patty Fernandez. So please create a report compares the attached resume to the previous resume report, and rank the candidate from most qualified to the least qualified. Right? So I can just play. Let me just, okay, let it generate. Let me just, okay, sorry. So similarly, it will go into and highlight the comparison of these particular candidates, right? It will even also mentions the score, right? 1 to 5 for each criteria. So in education, in work experience, right? Which are the most suitable candidates, and also the ranking. Finally, the ranking, right? Here, Alex has a 19 out of 20, and Holly has this amount of scores. And also, yeah, And then if you just skip through the documents, right, you can see the rationale behind, right? So I just want to go back a bit. So there's a rationale behind of this ranking. So here are the rationale. It actually explained in pretty detail what are the education that they have, and what are the work experience is tailored to the job description that we are looking for, right? And also the conclusion, right? So for candidates, and then finally the report recommends that consider hiring Alex or Holly for the position of the senior animation designer, right? It also will look into, like, if you have an experience is managing a project, all the particular details that you have in the job description will actually cross-check with the resume, right? So if we move on, let's say now you already filter the candidates and you want to call for the interview, right? So you don't really have the interview question. So you can ask the Copilot to help you. You can use Copilot in Loop to actually generate the interview question for you. So from here, you can see the demo. I open the Copilot in Microsoft Loop. Microsoft Loop is a collaboration tool for project, right? And you can use for other means as well. So from here, we want to generate the interview question, right? So I just key in my prompt, and it within few seconds it generated the question as well. You can do this with other AI tools as well. I understand you can use free Copilot to do that, even ChatGPT to do that as well. So let's say I want to add some question. I can actually go in and rewrite the prompt, right? I want to ask a question. Have you failed an animation project? So what did you learn and experience from that failed project? So you can amend and adjust the interview questions, right? So you can see from the list of questions, it's quite good. Can you tell me about your experience of animation industry? And then how do you approach the creative process for new animation projects? So these questions are not bad question. Also maybe uh, for you for us to start have some question before you pass it on to the hiring manager to filter out the question, right? So Copilot AI actually help you to do your work much more faster. So if you're happy with this question, right, you can actually share. You can see there's a share button. Share with your colleague and have them to actually give the feedback or even edit the question before we can call for the interview session. So that's how Copilot Look can help you with the interview session. So now you are done with the interview session. Let's say you are done with the interview session. You want to hire this particular candidate. So in the email that you're about to send to this particular candidate, right? You want to attach some of the company benefits, right? So we have the company benefits in Word document, but it's really plain, boring, like Word document. We want to have some, pictures inside. So maybe we better use a PowerPoint format, right? Because it's much more easier to read. So we open a blank PowerPoint document. We open the Copilot feature in the PowerPoint. You can see from the right side here, it can able to generate a presentation. Any presentation, you just key in the topic, you'll be able to generate. You can even generate a presentation from a file, right? You have a research proposal that you have done before, any work documents and documentation you have done before, right? You can actually make a reference to it and ask the Copilot in PowerPoint to generate the slide. So that is what we want to do here. We have the employee benefits of this particular company ready, and we ask the Copilot to actually generate intuitive slides, right, for us to share to the person that we want to hire. So let's try and see what happens. So we just create a presentation from file and make a reference to that particular files. And then you see it begins to generate. So it will first show you what are the topics that it will generate, right? So here are some of the key points that it highlighted. And then now it begins to generate the slides. See, right? Within like, I think 15 seconds to 30 seconds, you have the slides ready. You generated 14 slides, right? You can actually change the design of the slides, right? For example, they are all included with the pictures. The pictures are AI generated pictures. You can actually change the pictures if you want to. For example, here I can change using the designer, right? For example, I want to change the theme of the slides. I can actually do that. So I can do other things as well. I can animate the slides. I just key in the prompt box down below here. You see, right? There's a prompt box over here. Ask me anything about this presentation. You can even ask, you can even ask the Copilot in PowerPoint to summarize the presentation, animates the slides, even adjust and add some of the slides, right? So that is how Copilot in PowerPoint works, right? So if we move on, right now we have the employee benefits ready. Now we want to, use Copilot in Outlook in sending our email to this particular candidates that we want to hire. So if you can see in the screen right now, if you open your Outlook, right, you can see there's a Copilot icon. You can actually draft with Copilot, means you were able to draft really nice, long, professional email using AI. You can use a Coach by Copilot. Coach by Copilot actually helps you to actually write email, but in an assisted way. Means you will write on your own, and then it will actually help you. Or maybe you need to change this and change the tone of this particular paragraph. So let's go for the first option here. I want to draft with Copilot. I just click over there. Then what we want to do in here is we ask the Copilot to actually review the attached document that we created. So we actually created two documents. One is the offer letter to this particular candidate, and then employee benefits PowerPoint that we generated just now using the AI, right? So what is the prompt that we want to actually paste to the Copilot here, right? So here, I'm the HR manager for this particular institute. Please create an email offer letter to Alex that offer position, right? Senior animation designer. Start date is 1st of September. The starting salary is this one. Add a note saying that Alex should review the attached documents for more information, and also add some specific employee benefit in the email. Means we tell the Copilot to actually look into this attachment and show them inside this email, so that easier for Alex to read rather than opening the attachment, right? So let's see what will happen, right? Yeah, before that, before we click generate, just want to show you, you can actually change the tone of the email. You can make it formal, casual, and direct. You can actually change the length of the email as well. That will be generated by the Copilot. So let's fast forward. I click generate, and yeah, within few seconds, it generated an email for me. Okay, let's walk through the email in this place. So we are delighted to offer you this position. You are responsible for this particular work. Your start date should be 1st of September. What are the salary? And you can see, right, all the benefits are listed here. Means the Copilot in Outlook able to go through inside the file and get all the information for you, right? You can see all the informations. And also, it does mention down there, please review the attached document for more information. To accept this offer, please sign and return before by 15 August, right? We didn't mention inside the email by 15 August. We just mentioned start date is 1st September, right? But Copilot is smart enough to actually, understand the context of the email and even give you the right date for Alex to actually reply if he accept the offer or not, right? So you can even edit this for the email. Let's say you don't really like it, this draft, you can actually change the draft. But I just decide to keep this draft because this draft is good enough. So just enter and had just insert some formalities or inside this email, right? So we are done with the email, right? So easy, within like few seconds, 1 minute, let's say 1 or 2 minutes, you're able to have the professional looking email ready for you to send to the candidates that you want to offer the job. So that's all from me on showing you guys how Copilot in Microsoft 365 apps, in Word, in PowerPoint, right, in Outlook, uh, how it can actually help with the AI, can actually make your work much more faster, and you can be more creative, right? In doing your work day to day. So just before I pass to Vic, right, I just want to show you guys uh, two more extra demos, right? So one of the demo is in Microsoft Copilot in Excel. So what I did here, some of the extra scenario that might happen. Let's say each of the candidates has their own score. Let's say in education, in work experience, even in skills and things that they mentioned inside their resume, right? So we can actually copy those information and put it over in Excel and use the Copilot in Excel to actually analyze those information. Right? For example, right here, I cannot zoom the slide. If I can zoom, it will be much more easier. So from here, I have all the candidates here, right? So okay, yeah. So from here, you can see I have all the scores. Let's say Alex, the score uh, of education is 4 or 5 or something. Work experience and skills, and also some of the uh, details of product that he able to manage to master, right? So what I want to Copilot to do is actually to sum up all these informations, right? And create a new total score because I want to rank them based on the score of their particular skills, right? So I can just go into the Copilot and tell the using a natural language, tell the Copilot, please can you sum up a score of all these particular candidates, right? You're able to actually do that. So from here, you're able to generate the total score, and you can see here, I didn't do any formula, right? I only asked the Copilot to actually do that. So now you have the total score. Now you can see the first candidate, which is Alex. The total score is really high compared to the candidate number 2 and 3. So let's go in and do something else, right? Let's go in and even to color code some of the information inside this Excel for easier for you to see, more visible. So what I did, right, I asked the Copilot to actually, can you color code the data, right? So yep, it can actually do that. You can just wait for a moment. Let me just okay. So I just key in my prompt in the prompt box, similar fashion, and then you can see it actually able to color code all the details here. So now you can actually see much more clearer and it also explain to you what does this mean, right? What are the red color means, what are the green color means, right? So, and now you have the information, you can actually you can actually confirm that this particular candidate actually fit our needs for us to actually uh hire them, right? So last demo before I pass to Vic, we have the Copilot in Microsoft Teams. So Copilot in Microsoft Teams able to to summarize and create meetings notes for you, right? It's much more easier compared to wait for someone to actually generate the minutes of meeting. You can see from the screen here, automatically after the meeting using the AI, it able to generate all the contents, the notes, the summary that was discussed. You can actually go into the Copilot features here. Here, for example, at the right side here, you can actually go in and ask more questions, even though the meeting has ended. You can even ask question about the feelings of people inside the meeting. Let's say we took some decision and maybe it is not really favored by this particular group of people, you can actually ask the feelings of this particular person inside those meetings, right? So you can even do this during live meeting. So you can see from here, you have the Copilot icon. You just click the Copilot icon and recap this meeting so far. Maybe you're not really focused. I will just give you few points for you to understand what is this meeting about. And you can see some of the question are ready. You can just go in and click ready-made question by Copilot. Let's say what question are unresolved here, right? And then it will just list, sorry. So what question are unresolved? You're able to highlight all this question here, right? So I just want to show you, right? You Copilot can actually even give you suggestion of question for you to ask to the meeting. So for example, here I go to the prompt. I go to the more prompt here. I have list of prompt that I can use. Existing prompt, you can key in your own, right? So recap this meeting so far. We'll actually summarize and inform you things that has been discussed inside this meeting. So I just want to fast forward. So, and then what I did was right here, suggest follow-up question, and then Copilot able to suggest question, including the names to whom you need to ask the question. You can see here, right? What question can I ask, right? Please ask Max or Jamie this question, and then you can even there's a list of questions you can actually ask to the particular person during the live meeting with the help of Copilot. So that's all from me. I think I will need to pass to Vic to continue, maybe to end. Maybe I will share Copilot Studio in the next session. Vic, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you, Rizwan. Let me share my screen. Yes, I saw the question from the mention of by recall is subjected to the limitation of the transcript. Transcript is subjected to the conversation vocal tone and how good the transcription capture the exact correct words. Yeah. I'm going to share a bit more about Copilot specific use case. But before I do that, I thought it would be great to just do a little activity to just to share. There is, can you see? Oops, sorry. Can't see. Once again, I think I'll stop this sharing. Wait. Use the normal one. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep, yes.
Okay, cool. And now there is As you can see, Rizwan was sharing some knowledge about use case. I would like to just grab everyone to try and copy this, do this survey. Let me put it into the chat as well. So you can do this simple survey just to capture. I've been capturing all these responses. I've received 160 response submitted so far, and just to gauge your understanding and the background of the market or the current situation on Copilot as well as generative AI stuff. So the first question is very simple, just to get to know you. What is your profession? I encourage everyone to scan the QR and try to reply. And the next question it will be about, have you tried OpenAI ChatGPT, which is actually the backend engine of Copilot. OpenAI ChatGPT free version is 3.5, but Copilot runs on ChatGPT 4.0. Yeah, 4. And share one word about what you understand about ChatGPT. And have you tried Microsoft Copilot? This is some of the question. And then simple question about one word that you understand about Copilot. And what interests you in Copilot? So this is some of the answer given. Efficient, bijak, sangat. Oh, dengan bijak, okay. Enhancement of idea and so on. Thank you everyone who responded. This is cool. I hope you all have responded. Can continue to fill it in. You can still continue to fill. It's live. It's 24/7. So you can continue to fill in it. Dino, that's what Dino as well. This is about work. Yeah, there's a lot of different feedback. Yeah, thank you everyone. So I'm going to just move forward. If you have never tried, I encourage you to download Copilot on your phone. Easier access, easier to try while you're on the train or where you're moving. You need some fact checks. So you can try this Copilot app, scan the QR, and you can download the app into your phone. It works on iPhone and Google. So this is something that you can use. Yeah, okay. Now, today I'm actually doing an introduction on mainly Copilot for Microsoft 365 as what Rizwan has shared in the first. Basically, it's for concept. It's a large language model, as I mentioned, is ChatGPT 4. And Microsoft Cloud is the component, the key component that defend and secure your data from being learned by the large language model. So it's very important to know that differentiate from the ChatGPT, from OpenAI and Copilot. So Microsoft Cloud actually protect your data, ensure your data is secure. Your data is your data. And there's Microsoft 365 apps that whereby Copilot can embed it themselves, a smart brain, I like to call it, to maximize the value of using Microsoft 365. And there's also access to the internet. So this is the 4 main component of Copilot for Microsoft 365 on the foundation. But people were confused. So what can Copilot do? I see Copilot here, Copilot there, too many Copilot words everywhere. In summary, it's this 6 component. Microsoft Copilot actually is being embedded to security area of products and infrastructure, to digital and apps, innovation, to even data and AI. You want to do customization, modern work, application and apps as well, Power Platforms, and so on. So this is the main 6 category. But these icons are very not familiar. You're not familiar, and it's supposed to unify your data, your apps, and your services. So this is very important. And let me show you this one. This is some of the icons you might notice you are familiar with. There is Modern Workplace, actually it's Microsoft 365. So the new icons and so on, you see Loop, Stream, Viva, some of the things that if you use Microsoft 365 account. And there's also Power Platform here. There's business application, even adopting Azure AI, Studio, and so on. So these are some of the icons you might be familiar with. So there's this from small big, you want a deeper understanding. So all this actually is a persistent generative AI per se to unify your data, your application, and your services, and to make it more efficient, creating more value to you. And what does that mean? Because the goal is to make sure AI generate outcomes for everyone in every process, in every apps, intelligently. So just now you heard me mention about AI is smart brain. But smart brain, like imagine a child was born very talented with music. So hear a voice, tone or music, she can immediately sing. or he or she can immediately sing. So the child is really talented, but still lacking the knowledge of musical instruments, steel or guitar or whatever. So the child still need to go through knowledge learning. In that sense, in AI will be data. So the AI model need to have access to the data. So app is the interface you use to interact with the AI models and the data. So an AI model can interact with the data for you now. So these three things is very important. So without it, there's not very effective outcome. And therefore, in the middle, prompt engineering very important. It's a very important thing to learn how to talk to the AI to generate the outcome you want. But being said that, let me change the landscape to show you in a business outcome. This is a scenario, meaningful business outcome for every business. Can imagine Copilot is used by everyone, every staff as the foundation. As you learn more and so on, let's start to explore Copilot for security because nowadays scammers are really smart and they're not using their own talent only. They are using AI to generate phishing, generating smishing, even SMSing, fake SMS, and so on. Even video call is fake. Yeah. So we need AI who is more efficient at countering all the cyber attacks. So Copilot for security is meant for that to help counter. Yeah. And there's also like if you are a developer, you have your own app, you need Copilot for GitHub. And you also need Copilot for Azure, a certain line of business to host your app and so on. There's a lot of things here. So this is an example of meaningful business outcome that could possibly happen, even for Copilot for app, for automation, because nowadays too much manual work is very boring. Yesterday I was sharing a session and there was this young adult asked, will we get replaced? Will we lose our job? This is a frequent asked question. And the more appropriate question or answer that I gave, you can't control the external factor. Yes, there may be a few jobs that mundane job, boring job, that you may be replaced by AI. But let me ask you a question. Asking you to do the same job every day, won't you get bored? We are created to be innovative and creative as a human being. We may not be able to control what is external of us, but we can prepare ourselves for the future. So I encourage everyone here to be prepared for the future. Learn some skill on prompt engineering, test out the Copilot, at least you're aware what is coming. Yeah, this is something that I want to share. So coming here, I just want to show only one scenario, which is more for this one. This is a learning path. We can learn more on that. It's actually Microsoft MS 404. So there's a lot of use case there. You can go and learn. And this is the Empower course here. Workforce for Copilot. There's a lot of things there. There's a link. And this is MS 404 course. Yeah. So I'm going to just show one executive use case. So this is like your CEO and your executive. So sometimes you don't go through all the meetings. Yeah. And this is an introduction of how to enhance efficiency of a Copilot from Microsoft 365 by improving your skill in prompting, inquiring, articulating ideas effortlessly, learn nouns prompting techniques to use Copilot efficiently, save time, and boosting productivity in daily responsibility. So there's 4 exercises. I hope I can share more. We have only 7 minutes. I'll share a few. One is about synthesizing your communication insight. And the second one about employing Copilot. Let me just straight in. Okay, there's 4 exercise here. Now, first, imagine you are an executive organization. You have an actual project that's ongoing and has participated in it for 30 days. That means all the emails, I'm sure there's a lot of email going on, meetings, virtual discussion. You'll find you need to have a comprehension or understanding of what has gone on or has been going on. So you need a summary, comprehensive summary. So then all communication, all related to these 2 critical initiatives. So one of the ways is that use Copilot apps in Teams, a perfect tool to synthesize all your communication history and provide a concise recap of all activity. So let me dive straight to it. So this is actually Teams, yeah, Microsoft Teams and Microsoft under the main account. Then you can actually click on this Copilot, yeah, under the main account. Microsoft is office.com. You can use this /chat. You click on here, it'll be /chat. So under here, you can notice that under the bar here, there's view prompt and so on. So if you notice just now, let me back a bit. I'm gonna zoom in. Now, summarize all my email meeting and chats on grand opening. So grand opening is a project that we're working on, for example. So let's try and understand what it generates. So it was entered, then then it's generating. It's combing through combing through all your emails, meetings, chats on grand opening. Yeah, or even your channels and so on. So upper conversion here is a summary. Yesterday morning, who do what. So I'm just gonna zoom in. You see? Discussion on the outline of advertisement platform, blah blah. On January 19, Megan Bauer sent an email explaining her shared idea. Yesterday morning, yesterday who do what, So it actually gave you then I could find any meeting related to or grand opening. Is there anything else you would like? So this is one of the sample of way that it can work. So now imagine I want a bit more. So I ask, can you translate result into French? Because maybe I have a counterpart who's a French person. So actually translate for you. So it helps you to, or maybe you are better at French. So you have to translate it. Or you prefer in BM, so you can ask it to translate to BM for me. So imagine that. So this is something that can work and ease your understanding, in more efficient learning, and hope then you don't misinterpret, you get the wrong idea because of language barrier, comprehension level, and so on. So this gap is shortened by the Copilot. It's help. Yeah. So this is some of the thing you can do. Okay. So this is synthesizing the information you need lah. So this is one of the example. So let's go for the next one just to show you all. Now the next exercise is summarizing chat and channel chat using Copilot in Teams. So as an organization, as an executive, you use the team chat and channels to help you quickly get up to speed on conversation. Sometimes even imagine how many of you, what is the maximum number of WhatsApp unread messages that you have received so far? 200, 100? So far, I received more than 200 after a while, and unread messages. I hope you didn't reach more than me. Yeah, so that it's very tiring to read 200 messages. Yeah, and your brain can get very tired. So this is a skill, and to help you summarize all the key points from the past 30 days for a specific chat. So we're going to try to do that and show you this. Now, imagine this. Okay, this is your Teams, and you have all these recent chat. You click on the chat, yeah, and you notice, let's just fast forward. There's a recap here. Click on recap. Just this one, Rizwan has shown. I'm sure you have no understanding of this a bit more. So over here, you can see all the people who talks. The color means this person was talking. Red, Megan, and green is Lin, and then Isaiah, then Alex. So the color means it was talking about something on this part of the timeline. So then it will actually create a table of participants and their roles. Actually can summarize for you. You can get the summary of what's going on. The integrated marketing list for Project Focus, then Isaiah was doing on this, Megan was doing this, Alex is doing this, Dan was doing this. So you can even have reference where was this information, and you can see where was the chat and what time was it. The timestamp is there. So this is very helpful for executives to just monitor your staff or even get and understand what's the team doing. So it's really efficient and saves time. And you don't need to go ask one by one, what do you do? And sometimes the staff also can't remember. This is fact-based, so it's not by memory. So this is really good. So the meeting was to discuss or decide on the launch. So let's say, summarize the objective of this meeting, right? And in one sentence, so you actually summarize what decision was made. You want to understand. So it's a thought-through process very efficiently. And being said that, it actually gave you a decision that was made. Did the group reach a consensus on how long to push the release date? Yes, it did. And the group reached a consensus that how long to push that I give you the information. So really good to understand a meeting. And yes, then did the group reach no, listen. list the pros and cons of the decision to delete in the table. So it actually help you to understand where the pros and cons of the table, the decision that's been a lot more time, may lose time. So then you understand whether the team make a good decision or not. I love this demo part. I tried it myself. It's pretty good. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so it helps. And what executive should we use for the launch event? We should select executive. For launch event has not been decided, Megan will map out the option of the timing of the event based on the availability of Amy and Paul, who are the CEO and CMO respectively. So there are suggestions to move forward. It is more factual, more. I felt more motivated reading the chats, and I know things are progressing as an executive. Okay, things are moving. And launch the event that has not been decided, then I know we need the next agenda we need to talk about is the rehearsal and the launch date. So that helped me to me, one point. At least attendee in the number of percent of words spoken. So you know who share a lot, who share the lesser, and it helps you to understand even your team management beyond just understanding the meeting. Then last action and owners in table. So okay, see action table. So it's very straightforward. So this is about, I think I can only share 2 demo here. The other demo is actually mainly very straightforward. Is to write a speech. Yeah. Do we have time, Rizwan, to share?
I think it's already 5.
Yeah.
Maybe the next round.
Yeah, I'll share with you next round on writing a speech based on the factual data of this table. So this is very interesting. So and then there, I hope you enjoy. We'll share it next round.
All right. Thank you. Thank you everyone that joined today. Hope you enjoy some of the sharing that we did. We will have more interesting use case demo that we will share in the next session. So that's all from me today and my team. Thank you very much. See you guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.